is the piston, and this portion is called crown, where it is slightly shaped. So here is the spark plug is in front of it. So this portion, this is called crown. So if I see the temperature, so maximum temperature will be here, this position, maximum temperature. So this temperature will be around 400 to 450 degree Kelvin. So 400 to 450 Kelvin. Here, these portions. This is the source of maximum heat here. And if we go this side, temperature will drop. And here if we find, so this side 300 Kelvin, nearly. I am giving the approximate value, average value, 300 Kelvin, around 300 Kelvin. So this is the TDC end, is it? This is the TDC end, top dead center end, and this is the BDC end. And the piston is going down, not a TDC, BDC. So this is the pistons facing spark plug, and this is the far away from the spark plug. So now if we go towards these sides, temperature will again drop because combustion is taking place here. So combustion will be there, so heat will be transferred in the piston, so gradually temperature will fall down. So here it will be nearly temperature, so 130 degrees centigrade. So naturally it is 130 degrees centigrade. So and in the between it will be 150 to 60. Now what is that mean? That temperature is not uniform. Piston temperature is not uniform. So that is the problem. So if there is a too much differential temperature, then there will be thermal stress. So this temperature differential has to be within the margin. Otherwise, there will be problem. Now, so this is the piston, and by the side this cylinder is there. So if you consider this is my cylinder, this is the cylinder, and this is the cylinder valve. This is the cylinder valve. And inside the piston is there. Piston is moving up and down. So this is the inner valve, and this is the outer valve. Now we will come to the outer valve. Now there is some jacket, some provisions are there inside. So the engine can be air cooled, engine can be water cooled. Both, it can be water. We know in the scooter or in the bikes. So this is simply water, air cooled, and in our cars, 4x cars or trucks everywhere is a water cooled or liquid cooled. Water cooled or liquid cooled. Now, so how you liquid cooled? So there is some passage is there, water jacket is there, provision is there through which water flows. So some passage is there. So we calling it a water jacket inside the cylinder. So through which the water is flowing and water is flowing, through which the water is flowing and water is coming out. So this is the water inlet and this is the water outlet through the water jacket. So you understand that inside the cylinder there is the provision of water jacketing through which the tubes are there, and through the tubes water or coolant is flowing, and function of this coolant is to take the heat from the cylinder and take it out. Now there is a provision as far as temperature is concerned. If the temperature is here is 40 degrees centigrade, for a best, that is not to have any thermal stress in the cylinders, so temperature rise should be 50 degrees centigrade. That means how much the cooling water temperature is increasing? 10 degrees centigrade. So if it is a 10 degrees centigrade, so that means that cooling is, there is no thermal stress inside the engines. But practically we get more than that. If we get 60 also, that is no problem. So that means we have to be very careful that cooling water inlet and outlet temperature should be within 10 to 20 degrees, not more than. If it is a more than, then we will understand that cooling water is not taking sufficient amount of heat inside from the engine, and it is discharging to the atmosphere. In that cases, the cylinder will be gradually heated up, and there will be thermal stress, and ultimately it will lead to the failure of the cylinders. Now, so you understand this is the piston. Now let us see the cylinder also, how the temperature is there. What is the temperature? How it is varying. In the cylinder, I have told you it can be water cooled or air cooled or liquid cooled. Or if I see, so this is my cylinder valve. If this is my cylinder valve, This is my cylinder wall, and so this portion is the, what is happened? This portion is the hot flue gases. So there is, from heat transfer we know, so there is some gas film will be there. So this is the gas film. Gas film. Because hot gas is there. And what is outside? Outside is air is there. So that means in that cases it will be air. Air film. So air film. So our objective is to carry out the heat, to take the heat and to discharge to the atmosphere. We know, so that means it is a case of pure heat transfer. Heat transfer. And we know that the heat transfer, there are three modes are there. Heat transfer, convection, conduction, convection and radiation, we know it. But here all the three processes are there. All the three processes are acting here. But which one is the major here? The major one is the convection. Major one. So generally on convection also can be classified as a natural convection and forced convection. Then what type of convection? Generally we are using forced convection. So our objective is that to take heat from the engine by forced convection. What is the amount percentage? Because I have told that by heat transfer is taking place all the three processes, conduction, convection and radiation, and also I have told that convection is the major, and how much is the percentage? So nearly 90%, 90 to 95% in some cases. So whatever the heat is discharging to the atmosphere, maximum is taking place by convection, nearly 90 to 95%. So that is the convection is the main. If the convection comes, obviously in heat transfer we have studied that what is the convection formula? That is Q is equal to, now here if we see hot gas, I have told what is the temperature inside the maximum temperature. I have told, suppose this is here 28003, 2800, that is the hot gas maximum temperatures. Now this is gas flame, this is a very highly insulating. Highly insulating. So that means here temperature will suddenly drop. So from 2800 to, that is the here cylinder inner wall. This is the called cylinder, because hot gas is there. Cylinder wall. This temperature will be nearly 450 Kelvin. Then that this is the conduction that will pass through the cylinder wall. So it will drop. So here it will be 400 around. I am talking about not exact value. It is the average value. So 400 Kelvin. Outside here temperature is what? 27 degrees centigrade. That means 300 Kelvin. So outside here temperature is 300 Kelvin. So inner wall is 450 Kelvin and outer wall 4. And from here through this air film, that again heat transfer will take place. So this is the procedure. So this is the procedure how the heat is transferring. Now in case of heat transfer, we understand if it is a water cooled, what will happen? It is an air cooled. I have shown, I have mentioned how the in case of water cooled, here that is the inside there will be another thing, that is the water film. So okay, and the air film is there. Now air cooled and water cooled or liquid cooled, two systems. This is called direct system. This is called direct cooling system, and this is called indirect cooling system. Why? Because suppose this is the engine. Suppose this is my engine. This is my engine. In case of air, what is done? Air is going and there the fins are there. This is my engines and there are fins are there. When the car is going or your car is in motion due to the draft of the air flows, and air flows over the engine, over the fins of the engine, and it takes out the heat. So how? That means engine heat is directly taken by the air. Directly taken by the air. But in case of water cooled, this is what? Why it is happening? In case of water cooled, this is my engine. So water or liquid is going inside the engine and it is taking out heat. Then there is a radiator is there, and from this radiator air is coming and air is taking out the final heat. So this is the liquid inlet, this is the liquid outlet from the engine. It is taking the heat and it is going to the radiator, and the radiator we are passing the air, and the air is finally taking out the heat. Is finally. So this is the indirect process. So this the heat is taken out by the final air. So this is the indirect. This is my engine. So air system is called, air cooling system is called direct systems, where air is directly taking out heat, and in case of water or liquid cooling systems we are calling it is a indirect, because first the heat is taken out the liquid and then from, so here engine to liquid and liquid to air. So that's why it is called indirect air systems. Now what are the properties of the, suppose if we go to the water cooling system or liquid cooling system, what should be the property of the cooling?